Bitcoin has been one of the most talked about investments over the past couple of years. It's made a lot of people rich, but guess what? It's also made quite a few people poor. The main reason for this is because they are uneducated about the investment that they've made. The cryptocurrency market is very volatile and new and seasoned traders need to beware. Keep watching this video and join us while we tap into the world of Bitcoin. I want to give you a beginner's guide to Bitcoin so that you're actually educated before you choose to make a crypto investment. In this video, we're going to go over the 4 key questions related to Bitcoin. 1. What is Bitcoin and what makes it so powerful? 2. Is Bitcoin going to be the future adopted cryptocurrency of the world? 3. How do we go about investing in Bitcoin? And 4. Is Bitcoin a smart investment to make in 2022 and can I earn a lot of money here or am I just going to lose it all like so many others? Let's dive in. So Bitcoin is the biggest form of cryptocurrency. It's the most well-known one and it's the one that's been the most adopted to date. Now, to understand cryptocurrency, you first need to understand what money is. Money is just an agreed upon store of value, accepted by everyone as a form of payment. Money in itself doesn't actually hold any value. At the end of the day, it's just paper. Once upon a time in a not so far distant past, you could have exchanged gold coins for your daily expenses as gold had value. However, today, money is not backed by anything, it's just printed paper. The only thing that makes money valuable is the fact that we've all agreed to accept it as a form of payment. Now, the problem with money is that first, it's centralized. Meaning that it's controlled by the government and the central bank. This means with the dollar or any other currency, you're entirely at their mercy. What they say goes, if the government chooses to constantly print new money, which is what they're doing, it will devalue the currency. Your hard-earned money in the bank gets eaten away by inflation and is worth less and less. Just look at countries in Africa and South America. Another problem is, if you choose to send money overseas, you get hit with exchange fees and exchange rates. If you choose to make transactions again, you're often hit with more fees. Not to mention slow. The great thing about cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin is it solves all of these problems. First, it is not centralized, it is decentralized. You don't just have to rely on one central bank's ledger of keeping track of everyone's money, which none of us can see with Bitcoin. Every computer that participates in the system keeps a copy of the ledger. A ledger is basically a history of all transactions from one wallet to another. Everything is open and publicly accessible. More on this in a future video, so make sure to subscribe. So it's basically impossible to take down the system because you'll have to take down thousands of computers. Not one central authority has control over it. And arguably the most important thing is that it is protected against inflation. With Bitcoin, only 21 million total coins are in the system, so you can't print more, so over time this will prevent inflation. More money printing and devaluing of a country's currency, one global currency used by everyone. So if you look at all of the problems that is associated with today's fiat currency, then cryptocurrency solves everything. Bitcoin is the oldest out of the 20,000 plus crypto coins out there, otherwise known as altcoins, but Bitcoin has always been the dominating currency. So the question is, will Bitcoin be the cryptocurrency of the future? The answer is that it most likely will be. At least it's leading the digital currency race. So this is what Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, said about it. The internet is something that is consensus-driven and is built by everyone, and anyone can change the course of it. Bitcoin has the same patterns, it was built on the internet. At the end of the day, money is just about mass adoption. It's about everyone agrees that it has an exchange of value. A person called Laszlo Hanyecz actually made the first ever Bitcoin commercial transaction after paying 10,000 BTC for 2 Papa John's pizzas on May 22, 2010. At the time of purchase, Bitcoin was worth $41 today. 10,000 BTC would today cost around $600 million. Okay, I want to just quickly go over the process of how you go about investing in Bitcoin, and then we're going to answer the most important question. Is Bitcoin actually a good investment? Essentially, there's just 3 steps that you need to go over to buy Bitcoin. The first is you need a wallet. Just like with cash, you need a wallet to put it in. It's the same for Bitcoin, except you need a digital wallet for Bitcoin. You use the wallet for sending, receiving, and storing Bitcoin. There are 2 types of wallets that you can get. One is a software wallet, which can be run on your computer or mobile device. A software wallet is easier when storing small amounts of Bitcoin, and 2 is a hardware wallet, which is a device that connects to your computer and is considered a much safer option. Okay, so once you have the wallet, you need to buy some Bitcoin, and you do this through an exchange. Some of the more well-known examples of these are Binance, Gemini, FTX, and Coinbase. And then finally, once you've bought the Bitcoin through an exchange, all you need to do is withdraw it from the exchange and send it to your wallet. It's pretty simple. Just remember to keep your keys safe. I'll leave a link in the description to a video if you want a nice step-by-step guide on how to do it safely with a hardware wallet. But first you need to decide if Bitcoin is actually a good investment or not. You don't want to buy at the top for it to come crashing down. So I've personally been investing for a long time now, and the best way that you can think about investing is through the lens of risk and reward. How much can I afford to lose? But on the other hand, how much do I stand to gain? And what are the chances of each happening? So let's start with the risks of Bitcoin investing. I will be honest and upfront with Bitcoin. There is a chance that you lose everything. Let me say that again, there is a chance you could lose everything. Bitcoin is a currency that is 100% technology-based, and it's reliant on people eventually adopting it and using it as a currency. As time goes on, more and more people are learning about it, using it, and adopting it. But this is no guarantee that in the future they will continue to do so. If everyone decides to sell it and not think about it anymore, boom, your investment is gone, like the scene from South Park. But then, on the other hand, the potential reward for Bitcoin is huge. Its reward is way higher than the risk, so let's think about the reward. I'm going to give you a path of measuring this. Gold is similar to Bitcoin in a lot of ways. Gold is similar to Bitcoin in a lot of ways. Although it's physical, it doesn't have much use other than a store of value. It can be mined just like Bitcoin. It has a limited supply, just like Bitcoin. It's used as a safety hedge from an economic crisis, just like Bitcoin. So if we look at the total worth of all of the gold in the world, it comes to around $12 trillion. As of making this video, Bitcoin's total market cap is around $600 billion. That's around 20 times smaller than gold. If Bitcoin were to grow to the same market cap as gold, which a lot of experts think it could, we would see a 10, 20, 30 times return on our investment. And I'm not saying that it will definitely get there, but it could. That's why the way I see Bitcoin as an investment is there's a lot more potential gain than you have to lose. So you're on the right side of the risk-reward equation, but the thing is, you don't want to back your hole. Remember, the risk is that you could lose everything, so you only really want to invest what you can afford to lose, whether that be around 1% of your net worth. I believe in Bitcoin, but I would not bet the house on it. Think about Tesla. Even 3 years ago, people were saying that Tesla is a joke of a company, and now it's the biggest car company in the world. Why? Because they had superior technology and was creating a better version of transportation. It's the same thing with Bitcoin compared to the flawed, corrupt, outdated money system that we're currently using. It's just better overall. And if you look at the times that we're in, we have the Fed printing trillions of dollars every year, devaluing the dollar by the second. We have the Fed printing trillions of dollars every year, devaluing the dollar by the second. You've got governments with more control than ever, and with the lockdowns, business has been shut, homes have been lost, and savings have less buying power than just 1 year ago. What do you think about Bitcoin? Do you think it is the future and will be the first global currency? Let us know in the comments, and make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next video.